Hello, everybody. It's been a little bit, but welcome back to the next Castle Crasher Customs video we got going here. So, today is the start of the kind of shifting format that these videos will have, and you'll see as we go through this how it's going to change shape a little bit. But in terms of what we got here, I got a little bit of illustration to show off, and then we're going to move into actual game footage. So, I want to start off by showing off the Fishmen of the apocalypse we got going over here, the 4 Fishmen. So, I was inspired to make some slight updates to the original Fishman. It's mainly the weapon, just because I didn't give him a custom weapon, and you'll see that in a second. Um, but the main thing is I wanted to do some fun recolors of the Fishman and kind of give one for each of the starting elements. And I thought it was cool in the idea that each major area of the game might have a Fishman in there. So Snow World could have a frozen Fishman, the Lava World could have a fiery one, and the Lightning Fishman could be kind of a insert wherever fish. Like I thought of him, he could appear at the Industrial Castle or maybe just any area in the game. To be honest, he's kind of the wild card in my mind. But yes, I wanted to create a little fearsome foursome of fishmen right here. And I'm pretty happy with how they came out in terms of the new coloration and that kind of stuff. I think it's fun variations, and they can be used to replace enemies, they can be used to replace... I think the Steam links have them replacing the 4 main knights, which I think is fun. You know, give a new little visual on the 4 main guys, and have it be the silly fishmen, which I know a lot of people have quite a bit of disdain for them, understandably, because they're a pretty annoying enemy to fight. So hopefully playing as them a little bit will help you warm up to the fish bros. But speaking on that main weapon difference, the main thing that each of them have is a unique elemental spear. And the way I had these work, I was like, how do I balance something like this? And I think this was a pretty fun way to do it, because the way they usually balance extra effects on weapons is that there's a strength reduction because of how strong melee is in this game. But so I thought this would be alright to give like a little bit of a damage nerf, but you get some extra health and magic damage, and you get a pretty high chance of each of the respective elements proccing on hit, which I thought would be pretty fun. I don't know how, like, percentage-wise, how crazy that gets for the amount of melee attacks you're throwing out, but fuck it, it's fun. And this is the main difference between the 4 fish, besides color visuals, of course. And I'm gonna do weird cropping just to prevent any kind of crazy yoinking shenanigans going on here. But I doubt anybody would do that, and even if they did, it'd be easy to find. But yeah, I made all these special guys, got all their assets here, and just showing off the goods. They were very fun to make, just like recolors are pretty straightforward to do. So I got to have a lot of fun with the weapons, doing some unique stuff there, making a slime one, a slime/poison one, the lava one, the ice one, and I think the electric one, I like how I came up with an actual blade design, because I was like, I don't know if I want to just throw a fucking lightning bolt on a stick, so I kind of came up with a little something there that I thought looked pretty visually cool. I think that's definitely my favorite spear of the bunch. I like it a lot. But yeah, this'll wrap up the actual drawn asset showcase, since we can actually move into the game footage, and you guys can take a fucking fresh look at what the characters look like in motion. So we're gonna move on to that footage right now. So now we get to move into kind of this like live commentary over some footage that I'll be doing for these videos going forward. I think that'll be kind of fun. So just showing off the select screen first. But here he is, the green Fishman in all his glory. He's gonna be killing some of his brothers here, and I think it's genuinely such a good fit. I do like the distinction where he's not because there is a version of the Fishman that has flat actually uploaded where it's very on point and on model to the original Fishman. And I really I like the differentiation because there's also that version too. There's my version, all this kind of fun stuff. But yeah, here's the green boy with his green spear. He's looking real good. He's fighting some. Speaking of Hasflat, he's actually fighting the Ruined Snakey that Hasflat made. So now we're gonna swap to the Flashy Fishman. He's gonna be taking on the Industrial Castle. You get to see him beefed up for a second. And now we get to see him take on some knights, some fencers and industrialists. And he was another fun one, just kind of messing around with the color swaps. And you get to just watch him kick ass. Got the lightning powers. Super, super fitting. I really like how these fellas came out. I think they fit in super well with the art. And I very much like them. I like all four of them. And you're about to watch them fucking decimate these guys. Look at that! You've never met a more dead group of knights. But yeah, there's the Flashing Man. And now we get to move on to the Frozen Fishman. So he's going to be taking on some Night Eskimos over here. And yeah, he was another pretty cut and dry case, just using some cool blues. It was actually a fun story with the Frozen Fishman. I actually made a different version for someone had done like a request or commission, and I was like, oh, you want? I can make a recolor for you. That's no biggie at all. So I got him all thrown together here, and he's wonderful. I decided to kind of push forward with the idea to make a Fishman of each of the four elements. And they've all come out really, really cool. I'm very happy with how the Fishmen have shaped out, especially with their custom weapons and everything like that. So he's going to see him taking on the second wave, and he's going to go beefy, just so you get to see what he looks like beefed up. So do a little bit of juggling, and that'll serve it for there. And we get to move on to the final one, which is our fiery Fishman here. So he's going to be taking on the Coneheads at the Cyclops Fortress. So we're gonna watch him kick some ass. There's his beefy form. I did for two of them. One thing I did do is I wanted to make their beefy back fins and just their back fins in general different colors. So I kind of did that for the fiery and the flashy Fishman. I gave their back fins a different color just to spice them up a little bit. I think it was a good way to make them a little bit more different from each other. You know, just to kind of give them their own uniqueness besides the element and the primary colors, you know. Little bits here and there, so now you're just watching this floppy fiery fish just obliterate these guys. They were not prepped for this. Fish did not have access to this technology before. And they're all fucking dead. But yeah, that will kind of wrap up the visual aspect of these guys, and it's kind of a different style that I'm doing with these videos. So I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys enjoyed getting to see the visuals. I hope you guys will download the characters if you like them, and I hope you'll stick around for more. Thanks, everybody. Peace.